Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider of the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell, joined by Coach Brooks Monaghan. And Coach, one game to talk about and one game to preview. Then it's all of a sudden we're at the end of the regular season on a conference tournament time and hopefully some action past that. Unfortunately, a loss down in Tampa the other day, 2-1 to USF. And the last 2 years, this is, it used to be Memphis and UCF for the big battle, but USF the last few years, they've emerged as one of those rival games for you.
Yeah, it was a tough game. A lot of mixed emotions with that game, and some of the decisions I have to raise my hand, and I have to really evaluate myself as a coach and decisions I made. And I think I question a couple of things that within the game plan, that I don't think helped us, but. It's also, a game, championship type game, really was playing for a regular season, who was going to host. And, in those games, you've got to have your big players play big. And, it's Jeff, you've known me for a long time. It's about being honest. So I just think overall, for myself as a coach and some of our players, it was not our best performance. And when you're playing these type of games, you've got to have top performances, and we didn't. And South Florida is a team that if you're not at the top of your game, they're going to punish you. And so when coach is not at his best, maybe, and some players are not at their best, we probably got what we deserved. But it's always you try to learn something from every game. I mean, it's for me, we don't lose a lot. And so, I learn a lot more from losing than I do winning, whether that's right or wrong, I do. And it makes you analyze things. And, but we can't change the past. We can only learn from it. So we took a lot from that game, and nothing we can do now except for to look forward to our next match, which is this Sunday.
In the match, as you mentioned, they kind of had the initial. They jumped out of the 9th minute. They got the second goal, the 19th minute. So kind of playing back on your heels. But then Grace comes through in the 36th minute. It didn't take that long to get you right back into the match.
Yeah, I mean, we started in one system, changed to another system. I think it helped. It helped the game for sure. It helped us for sure. It was a game that at the end of the day, the shots, the corners, all that stuff, it was pretty equal. But so I was proud of the girls for not hanging their head going 2-0 down, and they kept fighting. They got that second goal, we got the first goal. We had 2 great chances before halftime to tie the game. Unfortunately, the ball didn't end up in the back of the net, but it's one of those games, you just got to kind of flush some things at halftime from the first half and refocus. And again, I think the girls did a good job with that, but like I said, we as a staff, myself, I have to have a great performance in those matches. Our girls have to have a great performance. And if we're being honest, like I said, we didn't have that. But the biggest thing is what do you do with it, and learn from it, and, hopefully, take some of those things into the next match.
We knew coming into this season, Coach, we would call the normal names, the normal stars, your Pachurskis, your Boychucks, Clarissa, but Grace Storty, we've called her name a lot. Talk about her game this year and what she's brought to the program.
Yeah, no, Grace has been, for a freshman, I mean, she's not played like it, and she's, we had some big shoes to fill with Stasia Mallon, with just the way she attacks. Grace is a different player than Stasia and the way she attacks, but for her to score some goals in some very big matches, and she's nowhere near her potential. So, for me, we're all caught in the moment, but it's also about the future. And, I'm very, very excited about Grace's future for sure.
Well, one thing about you talk about, you learn a lot from losses, and your team does too. Over your career here, you've not put together a lot of back-to-back losses. You guys usually regroup. You assess what happened, and you guys quickly turn the page. So you've got final match coming up here on Sunday against ECU before you head into the conference tournament. So I know a big one. You want to get that momentum back before you head back down to Tampa.
Well, and that's what today we talked to the girls. The conference tournament has started. This is a conference tournament match. And, I don't need to keep saying it all week. I've said it once, and we need to prepare like it. I mean, East Carolina, the table, there's only two things set. I think no matter what, South Florida is going to be the 1 seed. We're going to be the 2 seed. And then the rest, there's a lot of different scenarios. And one of those scenarios is East Carolina needs to win this game. So there's no doubt we're going to get East Carolina's best foot forward, and we're going to have to, like you said, bounce back from this loss, learn some things, and just play the way that we're capable of playing. And I'm super confident in this group of kids, and I know that we'll be ready come Sunday.
This East Carolina program, we've seen them for a long time since Conference USA. They've always been a solid program. They got a great facility, but this year now they're sitting right behind you guys. Even though you've got the point separation, they're fighting to get that number 3 seed down in Tampa at the tournament. It's a program you look at, and they've got things in place. They could become another contender in this league on a regular basis with things they have in place.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I've always said this, there's no easy games in this league, but East Carolina has played everybody, tight, giving everybody a good game, whether, it's the first place team or the last place team. And, we're going to have to be at our best to beat them, especially with what's on the line, because they need this result. So, all credit, they've got a new coach, and, they've always been a solid program, but, it's going to be a tough one for sure, Jeff.
Before we let you go, Coach, as you mentioned, getting ready for that conference tournament and the big match with ECU, and they've got a lot on the line, so they're going to give you your best shot. Also, going to be unless you make a run in that conference tournament, you get a favorable bid and get to host something after the conference tournament. Probably going to be the last match, maybe for your seniors that are going to be moving on. I know there's that that nugget hanging out that some could come back with the NCAA rule due to COVID, but what is this group meant to this program?
Oh, yeah. No, we've got 3 seniors. I mean, when I say 3 seniors, there's 3 that will be moving on. And, all 3 of them have been instrumental to this program. And, it's always tough to say goodbye. And these kids, they've given a lot. And, so hopefully, as a group, we can allow their last home game to go out with a bang. I mean, that's what you want for all your kids to put in, all the time and energy they do. But it's a special group of kids on and off the field. And, obviously we will be honoring them in this last game. So hopefully it's just a little bit more inspiration for everybody to, put their best foot forward and give us the best chance to win.
All right, Coach, as always, we appreciate it. We'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks, buddy.
That's Brooks Monaghan. I'm Jeff Brightwell with the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.